What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? First one here. Oh, you are the first one here. Shoal Bros. Shoal Bros. How do you feel about the announcement with the face? $100 tournament entry. Dr. Cheese. Why do I have so many tabs open? That's my name, it's Dr. Cheese, and Dr. Cheese, and that's my name. That's my name, it's Dr. Cheese. I'm just gonna stop here. I could push and play Croxa, but I think it is better to just stomp. Beyond greedy, bordering on malicious. Reasonable. I am running Sheoldred. What up, what up, what up? It isn't eliminate, it's the alt art eliminate. Oh, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Yeah, I did sign up. I wanted to do it before I forgot. And I was kind of like, well, if they get enough complaints and they decide that they want to change pricing or whatever, I'll probably just get my money back. Otherwise, I will probably just forget. So I have signed up for Toronto already. Yeah, I mean, you were right. When you mentioned it the other day, it made a lot more sense that they would charge entry. I just assumed that they wouldn't. Obviously, that was presumptuous or whatever, but top hitting that open and not even walking with promos. I'm sure you could probably ask for promos now. I don't know if they'd give them to you, but you could ask. It is kind of unreal you didn't get promos. Probably was like 10K hall rental, judge staff. Yeah, the money needs to come from somewhere. That's my sort of thought processing. Obviously it sucks. And I think there's a lot of room for it to be exploitative or malicious, but I don't know. I don't have many strong opinions about it, I guess. Yeah, the biggest issue is the lack of information, for sure, 100%. A lot of people were treating it like an RPTQ season, and it just wasn't. Which is shitty. It's super shitty. What happened? It's kind of hard to explain, I guess. Somebody else in chat might do it. Sold out because of hype. Interesting. Yeah, sounds like they definitely finessed us. Oh, thank you. I'm happy that you enjoyed it. This one I actually had a lot to say because, well, Sheoldred! You know. My opponent discarded a graveyard trespasser a little bit a while ago. Surprise. Yeah, I know who you are. I remember that that's just Prime. I always remember it as you. Does Dreamhawk not have an entry fee? It does. I mean, I guess it doesn't for people who won paper events. While I'm playing Heartless Act. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Eliminate. I think Heartless Act might just be better. Sheoldred's already 60 tickets on Moto? Yeah, that makes sense. I just, I've been noticing there's a lot more mono green online, and I really wanted to see if I could hedge to beat it. Because if I can beat mono green consistently, like, at least 50% of the time, I'm going to be very happy. That won a team event? Yes, I remember you, ham and cheese. Oh, we're just dead. You just left yourself dead on board? Okay. I'll give you a little bit of relief. Sheoldred is not better than Cletus. They're just like two different cards for different spots. You made bank? Of course you did. I should be more proactive with my purchases on Moto. I just like become very complacent with a lot of things. It better be good. It's definitely a meta game call. No, I mean everything's a meta game call. I would argue, for sake of argument, but like, I think to say it's a meta game call is just pretty disingenuous to its actual power level. And I think that the metagame you might want to be calling for with Sheoldred is the one we're in right now. But like, I don't think that makes Sheoldred better than Kalidas. I think Kalidas is like, I guess I'll say like Kalidas is more of a metagame call than Sheoldred is. What do you think of the matchup Rakdos versus Is It Pyromancer? I think Is It Pyromancer is the buy. Was 3 Sheoldred too much? It's not that 3 Sheoldred was too much, it's that you kind of want slots for other things too. Yeah, exactly. I would also say that Kalidas is very good at the creature matchups. That's my name, it's Dr. Cheese, and that's my name. That's my name, it's Dr. Cheese, and holy fucking... Right, I was Cletus into Witches. Yeah, I did that against Elves, too. A couple days ago, it was really sick. How's everybody's, Tuesday afternoon, night? Hope we're all enjoying ourselves. Hope we all had a wonderful Tuesday full of drama and things. It's definitely it was a buy before. I don't think Is It Pyromancer was a very good archetype. I'm sure Sheoldred being in the format doesn't help it very much. But I would definitely say like the power level of Is It Pyromancer is much lower than red black. Glass of wine, plate of cheese? Wow. That sounds good. Probably actually just can't discard this. Oh. Is your backpack okay? Opponent has 2 cards in hand. This was their best play. What did you just click? Just gonna do this. What is his Zetsu in the sideboard for? Sacrifice and humans. Watching MTG events become pay to win. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, when DreamHack announced that you'd have, like, some people would have to get badges to get into the event, I guess I was surprised, but I wasn't. It made sense after a bit. Sure. And the more I think about it now, I start to wonder, like, did we have it good going to GPs for free? And, like, doing whatever we wanted, you know? Like, was that just... That was just kind of the gravy or whatever? I think a big part of it was WotC subsidizing events. 100%. I agree with that. I think that's 100% true. And now that they're not doing that, like obviously things cost money, and I'm not saying that, like, I guess this is one of the things that I would rather be more bipartisan on, because I don't know the specifics, and I think the specifics would change a lot. But, like, it definitely just sounds like we did really have it good before too. Who got to go to GPs for free? I mean, for, like, event hall, like, or old PTs. Like, if you went to the Pro Tour, you didn't have to pay for entry. You just got to go to the Pro Tour. Or, like, GPs, we wouldn't have to, like, I'm sure after a while it might have been marked up a bit more, but it wasn't like, oh, you got invited to the event, and yeah. Sealed with 40 entry. The first GP Toronto I played, I think, was $40, and it was constructed. And I was like, damn, this is expensive. You could yeah, you could spectate a GP. That was the other thing. Like, you didn't have to pay to show up. It was free. What do you mean, like the alt art? I think Command Fest being a thing will make TOs more brazen. By brazen, you mean aggressive with their pricing? Or charging of entry? I don't know what the different arts are, I'll be honest with you. People literally... Yeah. Yeah. I did hear that Command Fest Montreal, I think it was very unsuccessful for what they expected. But I don't know about data of other spots. You love nice. I love you too, child number 7. What is I don't know. I don't know what they paid. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, that was sort of my, like, I'm not a commander player, obviously, but I always kind of felt like, why would I go play or pay to get into a con to play commander games with people I don't know? And then, like, if I'm just gonna play games with people I don't know and hate it, why wouldn't I just play with games with people I do know? And then why wouldn't I just stay home? There's 100 invite package. Yeah, everybody gets an invite. Yeah, exactly. Why do that thing when I can just do that at home? The girls. Are we going to the same events? Most of the Magic events I go to is like 90% men. DreamHack, bro. Oh, DreamHack. Okay, yep. Lost a Greaves Fang. Ugh. Oh, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Will I ever see you? How long are you here for, John? You might. Like year plus. Oh, you'll see me eventually. Eventually. Last night on Lotus. Damn. It'll be good EV. The event page on Melee says it caps at 500. And I was thinking, like, 500's not a lot. Yeah, I assume they are supposed to be different than GPs. That is their appeal. I really hope people don't show up. Yeah, that'd be kind of sick. Describing about the RC economics. Is that the discourse du jour? I believe that is the hot topic on everybody's mind right now. They could hit 500 easily. On Melee, it's capped at 500. I don't know if that's a Melee cap or a face cap. I don't know if they only gave out X number of invites. I don't know. I don't know if they tabulated that. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, probably not a lot of people will play the standard one. I'm hoping that it does change for the next season. I haven't bought my flight. I mean, I will probably end up going to Calgary either way. And, like, I already regged for Toronto. Slightly cheaper for some reason. Maybe the cost of the building is cheaper. Oh, 5% tax. Okay, that tax is definitely a good reason why it would be cheaper. Think that card will never leave the main deck? Yes, I do think it will never leave the main deck. But I probably could have told you that without testing a bunch of games with it. I'm alright. I can't complain, you know. I did the adult thing yesterday, and I paid off a lot of my student loans. And, yeah, that sucked, but other than that, you know, we're vibing. I adulted, yeah. 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 You know how it is. All this magic money has to go somewhere. I might just Takanuma, actually. My opponent seems to be breaking off pretty hard. I don't know why they didn't put Obosh in their hand, but... Is Mono Red even a problem to Red Black? Seems like you're just swatting him with an annoying flyer. I mean... Mono Red can be a problem. Mono Red is, like... Can be powerful. And can beat you up. But, like, on paper, the deck is just good against Mono Red. Yeah, having the adult is minus EV, but you know. Oh sure, it's a great exchange for me. Student loan is such a strange concept. That's European. I mean, like, student loans in America are even more awful than in Canada, but still something I have to do. Do you think people are emailing Face, or do you think they're just screaming on Twitter? They're probably getting some emails, I guess. OSAP, baby. Yeah. 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 Younger Derek was, not quite stupid, but, definitely wasn't the smartest, I would argue, when it came to OSAP. We will be eating 2 cards from my graveyard because I want to Thoughtseize. Toronto, that's a reasonable stance. I think Toronto, if you can afford to live there, is really cool. Obviously, like, if you can afford to live in San Fran, you probably also just, like, you know, can afford to live in Toronto, but... Younger Derek sounds fun. Younger Derek was definitely a ride. Let's say that. Older Derek has definitely matured as time has gone on. Oh, John, if you want cool things, I would actually, like, hit up Fournier or something, like for food or things to do or magic spots or whatever. I tweeted a couple weeks ago because a friend of mine was going there, And Fournier always has. Fournier wrote like an article for GP Toronto one year of a bunch of really good food places to eat in Toronto. I don't know if he still has it like bookmarked or something. I'm not sure if much has changed since then because of COVID, but I do know that Fournier has a pretty good knowledge of like food places. Have you liked Eliminate? I haven't cast it. That would be sick. Yeah. I really want to go to Vancouver. I can't keep this on the draw. I can keep this on the draw. Fournier is a cop. That's true. You have a master list already? Okay, sick. I do plan on going there someday. I think one of the next RCs for the next season is in Vancouver, right? So I'll probably find my way into that city at some point. Same thing with like, I guess I'm ending up in Calgary. I'm not sure if we're staying the whole weekend or a bit longer. I want to stay a bit longer. Thank you for subscribing. Resubscribing. 3 months. Sheoldred discourse. This is discourse for the discourse course. Just pretend that's funny or something. I don't know. Fournier is Fournier. That's an existential question that I can't answer. I thought they were going to try to light up the stage. I would have jammed this. I mean, obviously, if I knew what my opponent was going to do every turn, I would just play perfectly, but... 2 or 3 Sheoldred? I currently have 2. Do you think the actual PT will need a badge or entry fee? Yes. I mean, like, to be pedantic, PT's, you got a badge. You got an entry badge. You didn't pay for the entry badge. It came with the invite. But, yes, I do. I actually should maybe save this in case I want to activate with Sheoldred as +2 life. Yeah, I do think that there will be entry fees from now on. I'm honestly kind of surprised the more I think about it now that there wasn't before. Yeah. Oh, if they attacked here, I would not have blocked. At what cost is it too much? $200 is probably too much. It depends on, obviously it depends on a lot. 80, like the 80 price tag with everything included, it adding up to 100, I think is the line for me. I think if it was 120, I'd probably still play, but I'd be a lot less happy about it. If it was 160 and I had to enter in other events and I had to play face opens and I had to do the RCQ grind, I probably wouldn't do it. The line is probably 140, I would say. I think I can realistically give up trying to queue for the PT if it's like $300+ to do it every season. Because I just don't care. I just wouldn't care that much at that point. Also, if you're a grinder and want to queue for the PT, I mean, at some point, the Pro Tour no longer becomes the Pro Tour to me when there's such a large cost involved. And if events are just 5Ks but twice the price with the title of Pro Tour on top of them, I am just exactly the same circumstance as right now. Exactly the same. What is my line? It's probably 140. If it scales, like if it's different, not if it scales, if it's just like slightly different, then like it depends on the specifics. It depends on the specifics, sorry. So like, I'm sure we could talk a lot of nuances. But like realistically, like a 20K that feeds the PT that I'm invited to, $100 isn't that bad. Personally. It's a little scummy that they didn't say anything before, but like I think I'm fine with paying this, what I am paying right now. Just a conversation of what does a PT invite mean to you. Yeah, I mean, that has changed a lot since COVID. It was probably even changing a lot before that too. But I've already played 4 PTs, so chasing the initial dragon is a lot less important to me now than it was when I was 21 or 23 when I queued my first time. It's a little bit better for blue-white now because our deck is built more to beat the mid-range piles and Greasefang rather than just have incidental good cards against blue-white, but I still think it's a good matchup. What if you didn't have an invite? I don't know. I mean, I personally went through a lot to try to qualify the first couple times and really wanted to chase the dragon, I guess. Is that a good analogy? Like, I just really wanted to be good at Magic. And so I spent a lot of time and money and effort to do so. Current Derek cares less about that because I've already done it. I think like I've either proven myself or I'm a lot happier with where I am, even if I never break through again or get on the PT. I'm unsure if current Derek would feel the same way if that hadn't already happened. I don't know. South Park? And on down South Park, I have myself time. Friendly faces everywhere, going down without temptation. What do you have? Hardcast Shark Typhoon? And on down South Park, gonna see if I can on mine. You always be a heartthrob on Twitch. That's why I'm here, you know? But yeah, I don't know. COVID obviously changed a lot of that, and detention sphere. You have 2 detention spheres in your deck. Interesting. Do you think the grind of GPs will ever come back? Not in the way you think they will, or the way you want them to? And if they do, it'll be something foreign. It won't be something that is noticeable. It'll be a different thing completely. Command Fest, yeah, I'm unsure if I can equate Command Fests to what my ideal GP experience. How many bits? Oh, none. We're just gonna lose. We're just gonna miss our land drops. Oh, dude, playing against Mr. Beast would be great for the stream. Are you joking? Do you know how many YouTube subscribers I'd get for that? Yeah, exactly. Everything is just about clicks and popularity and numbers and... Also, if you haven't already, you should follow me on Twitter and YouTube and Twitch so I can get my clicks up and I can get more views and I can make more money. And resubscribe with Prime. Thank you for resubscribing with Prime. Two-headed giant? I team with you at a GP and two-headed giant, John. You're a limited guru now, aren't you? Have you considered starting drama with other streamers to get clicks? I have considered that. This looks so silly. I just discarded a card. Okay. I don't know why they have Rest in Peace in against me, but whatever. I mean, I guess it's good against Croxa. Holy fuck. Canister versus me boxing match? Canister's probably outside my weight class. He's definitely a lot taller than me. Isn't only here 3 men to win the game? No. You should start a feud with Spike and Canister? Well, a feud with Spike wouldn't do anything. Because Spike is just too nice. It just, like, wouldn't... Nothing would come of it. He would just be like, I don't know why Ginger's saying all this stuff. I'm just a nice guy. And everybody like, yeah, why are you attacking Spike like this? And I'd be like, ah, you're right. Why am I attacking Spike like this? And starting a fight with Canister wouldn't go anywhere because I would just get memed on. His entire following is just memes all the time. It'd be like, yeah, Canister. I don't even know. I can't even think of like a clickbaity thing that you could clip and send to Canister. Say he doesn't know who you are. No, Nassif knows who I am. Don't get it twisted. Nassif knows who I am. How if I do this? That would be funny, though. Steve doesn't know anything. Oh, yeah. Pokey's Canadian. This foretell card has to be the counterspell, right? It went to Mag, yeah. Thought. Oh, and Disguise Toast went to UW. Yeah. I remember. We already saw the saw coming last game. Yeah, but most of the blue-white decks play not just saw it coming, they also play Doomscar. Yeah, I mean, what do they have? Dream Trawler next turn? Shark Typhoon, okay. I usually ult on 6, but if I feel like I can't win the game putting her up to 7, then I'll do that. Alright, chat. This is the important question. How do I separate these piles? So this is useless. This is useless. We should put all the cards that are important with the useless spells. Swap field, put this here. So should I do this? You think? I'm not worried about Emperor or anything. Like, if I do this, like, I don't really care if they kill my animate land. 3/3 lands and whatever. What about this? I'm just, like, if they top deck Emperor. Well, I guess if I leave them with field, I want to do this. So then I can start activating my, Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Field should be in the worst pile. Yeah, true. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Hello, how are you? Fall asleep to my voice? Oh. Tyler, did you hear the good news? You get to pay money to play the face RCs now. I mean, if they're bringing in reps. No, that's not Tyler Nightingale. Nightingale is in here every once in a while, though. So much fun. Oh, I might be making some shmoney off Brothers War then. Some absolute shmoney. You do have freedom dollars. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Has anyone cast? Yeah. I played against a Phoenix player, and yesterday they cast opt into it, looking for like a kill, and I was like, "You're dead, friend." Exactly like that, actually, too. I sent them my Discord. I got on a video call with them, and I looked them in the eyes. Ooh, land. Who's up banking their busters? You've run the numbers. I've landed on mathematical perfect Kalida's Sheoldred split. Okay. Are you gonna tell us, or are you just gonna say it in my chat? In front of all the black-red believers. Am I being left on red? Bustin'. Aether Gust. No, it's just for me. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I thought maybe you like randomly put it at the end of your breach article. I solved the Pioneer problem. Just so everybody knows. It's locked in this article. 2 Sheoldred, 1 Kalidas. Wow. You ran the numbers and that was your conclusion? What do we draw? You ripped the... We ripped the Emperor? We're gonna do this. It's perfect. Perfect number. Oh, they just... Oh, sure. Perfect numbers. That way you can draw Kalidas sometimes. Just a cheeky one of. A fun of, if you will. As the Brits would say. Isn't it? The way they have to ferry, if they have to ferry here, I lose the game. Ooh, a treat. I think I'm gonna play this. Yeah, we're just gonna pass. 63 cards, yeah. True. Playing 4 Sheoldred in Standard. Sheoldred in Standard's actually kind of sick. Not a lot of people are talking about this. Honestly, Transatlanticism is Deathcap's best album. I know we talk a lot about Magic, but holy shit, this is album good. Isn't it their only good album? Oh, Plans was good too. Come on. Where do you rank Alexis on Fire's debut album again? Let me look this up. Fake fan doesn't know them off by the top of his head. I think their first 3 albums are really good. And then Crisis is when I stopped liking their shit. Fake fan, I know. I actually really liked Otherness too. They're self-titled. So it probably goes Watch Out, self-titled. Are we counting the Switcheroo series? The Switcheroo series, Crisis, and then the rest of it is trash. Dog's Blood is decent, and then Otherness. Elspeth's Son's Champion. Pardon? Excuse you? Cemetery? With an S or with a C? No. You saw their 10th anniversary? I would kill to see that. It's gotta be so good. This is what magic sounds like to other people? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we'll discard this one. Unfortunately, we are discarding a spell. With an S. Maybe? Probably not. I like that one postal service. Yeah, I mean, I do think that, what is it? Give Up? Is, like, I love the postal service, too. It's unfortunate they only had one album. But, you know, like, beggars can't be choosers. I think that album is actually, like, a perfect album. It's probably top 5 albums of all time for me. Yeah, Give Up. It's so influential for its time, too. Like, 2003. Ugh. Why didn't they cast the Elspeth? They wanted to put me under a temporary lockdown. I wish. I wish. The Wandering Emperor. You got it. Is Toronto having a temporary COVID lockdown? I don't... Are they? I'm sticking with blank block letters. Here's to my chest. Not gonna lie to you, do not think the Postal Service will be releasing a new album anytime soon, but what do I know? Stranger with a door key. We should have plus. I forgot they could activate Castle Ardenvale. I'm actually kind of happy they didn't scry though, because I will gladly trade them attacking my Liliana over them keeping this Wandering Emperor and activating their castle, because unironically I think if they go draw step into Teferi, I am very far behind. We have Fort Teferi, it's just full of ham sandwich. They have dream trawlers. They have shark typhoons. They have the new dig through time. It's probably better. Yeah, I thought about just killing the, but I wanted to put this into play. Bustin', 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 bustin'. The auto swerving. Did you rip the counter spell? No way. Oh, you're my opponent. You're so good at this game. Animate. We will crew. Eat this. Better than Orvar? Oh man. I can't believe Orvar was in the Sieve stack. Unironically. That's wild to me. So funny. Anybody watch the OC? My first interaction with Death Cab was from the OC. What a wild show. I went back and tried to rewatch it a couple years ago. Very depressing. You have Shark Typhoon? Okay. Well. Kill the Teferi. Big Seth Cohen fan. Through your brother when you were in the 3rd grade? I knew of them. I just never listened to them. I wasn't much of a sad indie child. Little indie boy. I was more of a bad pop punk metal kid up until like grade 10. When all the girls I thought were cute had Tumblrs. And I was like, oh. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. And I was, for the record. Do you think they drew exactly 2nd Shark Typhoon? Drew Wandering Emperor. Or the 2nd activation? They have Fielder Run. It's either It's either the third Wandering Emperor or it's other Shark Typhoon. Because they wouldn't just leave themselves Dobbs, right? Yeah, it's other Shark Typhoon. They played this very assertively. This is the only way they win the game, by the way. They runner me 3 turns in a row. I guess if we attacked with everything, we won? Because they would take lethal? Oh no, I guess... No, they would have taken lethal. God, this is so insane. I can't believe they attacked. Alright, well... Yeah, I was playing... It could have been like Wandering Ember or it could have been Shark Typhoon, right? Like, it's... They could have also just Castle Ardenvale. Like, Oh, I guess... Yeah, if they castle... Could they castle plus field? I don't know. Right? They had 1 tapped land. Yeah, they could have field plus made a token, also. I think this is the safest. Why is Sheoldred the best card since Oko? Because Reddit said so. Yeah, I know you can double activate. They have a Field of Ruin in play. Black. And Deceive was like, yeah, okay. I think blue-white has a good red-black matchup. And I was like, alright, if you say so. And then we got paired and I lost to him in round 4. My deck just didn't do anything. It looked really bad for me. And I was like, damn, like, people are going to start thinking that, like, blue-white's good against red-black. Not that that's a bad thing for me. Like, I think that's good for me, but, like, I can't have people thinking that. I can't cast any of these. Any combo decks in chat? Anybody a big combo fan? Anybody going third? We might be getting Gary'd this game. Gary? Oh, they ripped the swamp. Probably best to do this in case they do have Gary. 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 Is there a Sheoldred combo in this deck? I assume so. If there's not, my opponent's doing something very wrong. Gary. Instant kill. Fatality. I would have jammed Fable that turn 3. I really wanted to attack. Sorin. Any Cabal coffers in chat? Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't need this. I do actually think it is better to stomp this. We lose 5 damage technically, but we get to save the Dreadbore if they hit exactly Gary, which we can't really attack through. Maybe it's best to just put them to 9, put them to 7. They Gary, whatever. Guess we didn't feel like playing the Urborg. Urborg me. Urborgington. What is... Alright, I'm happy we saved the Dreadbore. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we die to this? No. We're just dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just dead to this peer into the abyss? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I guess I shouldn't have taken the Warlock class. I just didn't think, I guess we could have killed them. I just didn't think the peer into the abyss was gonna... Alright. Wanted it more. Who's up? Who's up late at night peering into the abyss? Be wary, because if you stare long enough into the abyss will also stare back into you. There was someone to hand us a loss. It's this player. Yeah, I'm ready to go 3-1. You know what? I earned it. There's nothing we could have done. Completely random. Note to self. If your opponent keeps tap land, Nykthos, and they're mono black devotion deck, just believe that they're gonna rip that swamp. You know they're going to. Don't play as if they won't draw it on turn 2 when it's the perfect time for them to draw it. Don't act. It'll happen. They have a lot of swamps, honestly. I'm sure they do. It's unfortunate they kept a hand with 3 lands, no swamps, but like, whatever, right? I'm not in the Discord, no, but I can imagine it is rough right now. Fable makes 2/2/2s. Vengeance doesn't do anything here, right? Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Magic players are not the most, yeah. Somebody didn't know the Clown Festival was coming to Toronto. That's funny. I guess I did just have a force block here, but they'll probably block here anyways. If I force... No, yeah, I'm so dumb. I'm not even thinking. Mm. Right, they also have a Sheoldred? Yeah, active player, non-active player. Active player, non-active player. I don't know how to tap my mana. I only play one archetype, and I don't know how to use a second color of mana. Trying to figure out what AppNap meant. Oh, yeah, active player, non-active player. It's the order of how things go on the stack. So active player, non-active players. Active player stuff goes on the stack first. Non-active player goes on the stack second. So non-active player stuff will resolve first. AppNap. AppNap. Every local L2 will love to tell you that. Ask what your local L2's favorite question is ever. AppNap. AppNap. Sorry. No, it's okay. It's just a joke. Our LGS doesn't have a judge. I mean, like, I don't know if our LGS has a judge. My LGS, I guess. I don't think most LGSs have judges. Maybe they do. What do I know? Play Magic Online all day. I gotta be honest with you. My opponent's keeping hands like this. You ever have faith? No. Is that 80s song? You gotta have faith, faith, faith. Is that from the 80s? I don't know when that song came out. Oh, my opponent is a believer. I really hope they just draw their other Nykthoses. Delver is a good draw. Oh, they didn't have enough faith. This has to be the play, right? They just have a bunch of uncastables. I don't even care if they murder Strider this. Fuck. Who's up dashing they dog? Damn, they discarded their win condition? Oh my god, me. I do be up dashing my dog some days, though. I guess I could have done this in the upkeep to flip my Graveyard Trespasser. That was silly. I made a big dumb. Dog the Bounty Hunter? No. Big idiot moment. If this was just a 4/4, the wonders I could do. The wonders. I really see you upside down. But my brain knows better. It picks you up and turns you around. I think I'm just gonna start, yeah, shoving. Or just Cletus was a Sheoldred. I have two Sheoldreds in my deck. So I'm with you. We just drew the other one. So I don't know why. Oh. Well, I do who up dashing the dog. His shoulder was always good channel. Yeah, exactly. True. They would be at 5. Nice. Until you find that it's all about feel. It's all about, you know, every morning I get out my crystals and I just feel the energy, and the energy today said 2 Sheoldred, 1 Cletus on the side. Maybe the crystals will tell me tomorrow I should be playing 3 Sheoldred, no Cletus. It's hard. It's all about vibes. Is my Mercury in retrograde? Is it Pisces season? You never know. All about vibes. All about feels. Just like Katy Perry said. Don't be afraid to catch fish. Sound like all of your exes. Sounds like you've good taste in exes. Yeah. Any crystal people out there? Anybody crystalled? Maybe I'm not supposed to do that because they just grab Meat Hook Massacre here. I mean, and then they gain an extra 2 life, and I lose a Zombo. Whatever. Yeah. Alright, let me see what you're twerking with. Nixos. No, I think I will stay up. Dash my dog. Nah. Nah. Very happy I did not give back them this Wishclaw Talisman. I have you for lethal. Lethal. Cool. How are the leagues going? Not bad. How are your leagues going? I don't know what else combos with Peer into the Abyss. Damn. Wilma? What's up, Blitz? Some are tasked with a force. I am forced to task. Do 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 do. Will my nuts fit in your mouth? He got upset with me. My favorite is what is Barbie's husband's name? And then, can these nuts fit in your mouth? And like I already know the answer, they can't. But like, you know, you gotta ask. You know, this Castle Lochthwain is very, very aggressive in this deck. I only play technically 6 mountains, or swamps. Ken who? Welcome to the Misplaced stream, where everything is a bofa, to the point where nobody's genuine about anything, ever. Are we getting grease-fanged? Yep. Thoughtseize kind of does nothing. Been preying on cutting it. I think I'm much more likely to just add more swamps instead of cutting the castle. The castle is very good. Yeah. What could go wrong? Yeah, this is the most powerful card in their hand, right? Meow. The mana, yeah, now that I've kind of figured out the 75, the 60, I think the mana needs a little bit of work. 2 sulfurous springs, whatever, I might just play swamps. All swamps. I mean, this being a red source here is really nice. Like, if this was a swamp, this hand probably isn't keepable. Bank of America, my balls. So hear me out. We add more 3-drops. I'm listening. You have my attention. Alright, no Greasefang, no Greasefang, no Greasefang, no Greasefang, no Greasefang. Just break off. Just don't draw anything. Just like, I don't know, like just okay. That's a good start. Fuck. And one day we will die, and our ashes will fall over the sea. Should I just save this? Alright, well, we can beat this, but probably also just shouldn't do this to try to spike. Because I can just play a blocker and then kill it in a couple turns. Maybe I'm supposed to attack and not play the underdog. I shouldn't be up playing my dog. Alright, they have no cards in hand. Alright, now we just need them to not put any Parhelions into their bin. Circling all around the sun. Sheoldred looks... Yeah, Sheoldred is really sick in this spot. For sure. Okay. I mean, I think Kalidas would also be very good in this spot, I guess, comparatively. Which is always, like, the comparison. But Kalidas would probably be... Like, I would have to... I mean, no, we'd probably just be in a pretty good spot, I guess. With either of them. I guess Kalidas, like, Sheoldred wins the game without actually having to do anything. I guess the most important thing is that Sheoldred does just cleanly block the chariot. Is Sheoldred or Lily the mommy of the set? Sheoldred? Yeah, but this does block very well, but if I have Kalidas and go to +5 life, like, we're also in a really good spot. This just wouldn't be in play. It's 2022. We can have 2 mommies. True. I like that take. The nights hard to get through, and I will die all alone. They're like thinking about not attacking because I can suit up this hive and eat the chariot. If you want androids, we're gonna get some fucking Dragon Ball Z type shit. Jesus Christ, I'm not scared to die. I'm a little bit scared of what comes after. Do I get the gold chair? I am listening to Brand New. Throw my brain in a robotic body or give you death. Millstone. I like this entire album. This also has to be one of my favorite albums. It's too bad that the lead singer is a shitbag. Yeah. Misplaced VTuber when? VTubers are weird. They've been through 2 Grizzly Salvages, 2 Witherbloom commands. I need them to brick kind of hard these next couple turns. Or I need to find a way to kill this Greasefang. Whatever comes first. How are you finding Sheoldred? Finding her kind of scary. Kind of really scary. Ooh, scary Sheoldred. Bone Zone. You can find them for 50 ticks, right? 60. 60? 50. Somewhere in that range. The spider lady. Is this a spider? Is she a spider? An arachnid, if you will? This one. These. This. This one. Maybe not this one. I do not want these. I do not want these. Your turn. Centipede. No. So to start a conversation, Cletus wouldn't have won that match, right? I think Cletus would have put us in a favorable position. I think Cletus would have not ended the game as fast. There was a turn where I played a Dreadboard to kill a Greasefang. If I had a Cletus in play, I could have made the Cletus a 5/6. They wouldn't be able to attack with the Chariot the following turn, because if they did, it would go to exile, and I would get another zombie. So we would be staring at our opponent for a couple turns, but realistically, like, our opponent has inevitability, because eventually they will just find a Parhelion. With Sheoldred, it allowed us to be a bit more aggressive and forced our opponent to make a move. Maybe a bit too aggressively, I'd say. Just because, like, they did have inevitability if they, like, had 2 or 3 more draw steps and just waited and didn't get so aggressive with their attacks. Maybe they find a Parhelion, but I do think that Cletus would have put us in a favorable position. Sheoldred just probably won us the game, like, on that turn where Cletus, if Cletus was going to win us the game, it would have been like 2 or 3 turns later. Everos, thank you for the raid. I will buy your Sheoldred from you. I mean, like, are you selling it right now? I do kind of want to buy 2 Sheoldreds. Face to face is all out. We be at Nerds Saturday? Maybe. What? What's Nerds Saturday? What is going on there? I'm gonna keep this. It's kind of sketchy, but modern. It's too late for magics. So too. I. Maybe. Why do you keep in C's against Greasefang? What do you mean? Do you think I shouldn't keep it in? Thoughtseize is really good against Greasefang. Oh, I guess they could put the Temple Guard in their hand. What did they? Grizzly Salvage. Oh, Blooming Marsh. They played it. Okay. Gotta break up the combo. Yeah, I mean, there's so many cards that enable their deck, and not a lot of cards that get punished by the Thoughtseize. Like this Abrupt Decay, for example. If I have Hearse in my hand, I really want to get rid of this Abrupt Decay, because if I just have an active Hearse in play, my opponent can't win. That great against me, I guess. I mean, you're probably ripping a lot then. You're probably just getting very lucky. I don't know. Because, like, the other thing is, like, if I take this Abrupt Decay and I play this Graveyard Trespasser, my opponent just has a tough time, like, beating it. A lot of, like, synergy-based combo decks, they need to have all parts of the Buffalo, or else they like, don't function right. And so, like, for example, I took the Grizzly Salvage this time. If they only have one Grizzly Salvage, their hand's kind of bad. They can cast this on 4, which is good. But they were missing a land. If they play this on 2, this is much better. If they ever discard this before this comes into play, I'm in a good spot. If I have a Chariot and they have only an Abrupt Decay, like, I can take the Abrupt Decay and jam the Chariot. It's just like, there's a lot of interplay where I have to board in these, like, really specific answers, and my opponent has generic answers to my answers. So if we can stop them from answering our answers, we're probably ahead the majority of the time. So, anti-Thoughtseize, if you will. I haven't thought about that. That'd be cool, though. Yeah, so, like, example, they break down their Grizzly Salvage, but now they have this Abrupt Decay, which is really rough for me. We've drawn a lot of lands. Have you tried Cling to Dust? I have not. I don't think Cling to Dust is very good. It's just, like, in competition with Kroxa, it's easy to interact with. You still have to leave a bunch of mana. Endurance would be sick in this format. Have you looked at Standard anymore since the challenge? Yeah, I have. I'm trying to play my Mana Trader series matches. I played this really bad white-black deck and decided that that color combination sucks. I'm pretty sure you need to be, like, red, or, like, if you're going to be black, you have to be, like, aggressively black, like Sheoldred aggro. I'm not playing Restoration. I think Restoration is just kind of poopy. Blue-white heroic and standard or any deck and pioneer. What? Played a league with rough version of Giant at 1-4. It's embarrassing how much better Fable is than everything else. Yeah, I think Fable is just the best card in the format. I mean, maybe that's obvious. But like, I feel like if you're not doing Fable, you have to be doing something high synergy. Or you have to be doing something that like really goes over the top of Fable, which is really hard to do. A lot of the decks in the format are playing Invoke Despair, even like the 3-color ones, and I think that's like really, really greedy on 3 mana, and I think it's like a great way to get punished. Did you draw the second Abrupt Decay? You just cast all the invokes. But I lost for what deck to play in Pioneer? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Hope they brick on lands. Maybe they just have like 3 Essegid's Chariots in their hand. Kind of loses to Wrath, though. I don't think Karn will get banned. Have Traverse the Evenwald? Is Crocs something you actually like in the matchup? The idea is that you need threats. Because you just run out of threats. If you stop their main game plan, which is kind of what your deck should be doing post-board. Like you bring in a bunch of cards to do that. Then like you need threads, and I know it seems silly, but their deck is very synergy based. So if you can deal with their resources, like this for example, they needed Satyr Wayfinder plus Can't Stay Away, which are 2 very specific resources. They need to hit this plus this off of this in order to like beat me here, and like obviously their deck is set up to do that, and like that is something that can happen every once in a while, but like if they're low on resources, they just can't do that. So like Croxa in theory is supposed to help stop that. Obviously if they just runner you, it doesn't matter. But you know, what can you do? pretty solid threat in both Pioneer and Modern. Never a bad card to finish the game swiftly. Yeah, I mean, that is the point of it. It is a combo with the other cards in your deck. It ends the game, etc., etc. Alright, chat. I think they're F6. So I don't think they have Grizzly Salvage. Sick, no Grizzly Salvage. If they had Grizzly Salvage, Parhelion into Greasefang, I would just concede. I guess maybe I wouldn't. I could just kill the Angels and take, what is it, 13? But holy fuck. It is a free card. Has Eliminate been better than a Braid? Yes. Are you missing Go Blanks? No. I think Go Blank is actively not a good card in this matchup. Also, it's just like never one I want to be doing on turn 3. Maybe I'm supposed to keep that land so I can hive next turn. I guess I can discard the Bowtie's Harvester on the end step. I can hive away the Parhelion if they jam Greasefang here. Oh no, I guess that doesn't matter because I lose the treasure. I didn't play my 4th land on turn 4. I can also just like let them put the Parhelion into their hand. It's also a shmove. Maybe they just go land. Thoughtseize, Greasefang me. That would be really cool and fun. Yeah, Chandra's also very hard to cast. Also, I don't think Chandra's ever a card you really want in your sideboard in this deck. Alright, if they go, like what do they have to do? They have to go discard spell into reanimate Greasefang. And I know 2 of the cards in their hand. I mean, I guess if they have Informant. Or they could just be dead. That's cool too. I love that for me. Believers rejoice. Cue the music. Sorry, Bon Iver. We'll be back in a second, I swear.